Good morning, everybody. This is Srinivas. Now, today we are going to deal one topic, that is DNA. So, what is DNA? Already you know that it is a deoxyribonucleic acid. So, this is acidic nature observed by Mr. Frederick Nietzsche. Okay. Next, elucidated by, this is a double helical structure, two strands. That is a double helical structure elucidated by Watson and Crick. Watson Crick elucidated. Then after Mr. Nietzsche, he elucidated. But between these two events, this is X-ray diffraction. X-ray diffraction. Because of the X-ray diffraction technique only, it is possible to elucidation by Mr. Watson and Crick. So, X-ray diffraction technique by Wilkins and Franklin. Wilkins and Franklin produced this X-ray diffraction technique. This is a beam, X-ray beams. With the help of that beams, that double helical structure elucidated by Watson and Crick. Okay, so this double helical structure, how they arranged, what are the saline features of this, we are going to discuss now in this topic. So here the double helical structure's saline features are of double helical structure. So in this structure, double helical structure, two strands are there. That is, one is 5 prime, let us say, the second is 3 prime, then 3 prime and 5 prime. So this is called as antipolarity. Antipolarity is there. What is that antipolarity? In one strand, that is 5 prime and 3 prime, second 3 prime and 5 prime. Okay, already we discussed that. How you know this is 5 prime? Free phosphate moiety is there in the strand, that is 5 prime. Free OH is there in the strand, that is 3 prime. Secondly, how they bind to each other. Already we discussed that phosphate sugars bonding as backbones. So, sugar, phosphate as backbones. Backbones are sugars and phosphate. Okay, that is with N-glycosidic bonds and ester bond, two sides. So next, they are in the same position without changes, the distance and everything, because of the proportion of nitrogen bases. Already you know nitrogen bases adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine. Not uracil because here DNA only we are discussing. So this proposition observed by Mr. Erwin Cherkov. Erwin Cherkov. Mr. Erwin Cherkov observed that in that double helical structure, adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine always there inside only. What we mentioned with the blue and the red, they are inside of the DNA double helical structure only. How they arranged? So every time A plus G is equals to C plus T. That means A is equals to T, C is equals to G. That is equimolar. Equimolar. Equimolar in the sense we can predict if it is one side purine, other side definitely pyrimidine, not purine. Why it is so? Because purine to purine to purine do not match because no space for planar. No space for the planar. Purine to purine do not match. In the same way, pyrimidine with pyrimidine do not match because they cannot reach. They cannot reach each other. That's why purine not there, pyrimidine also not there. Only purine to pyrimidine. How? Always adenine with thymine, cytosine with guanine only they are going to stack with. They are going to stack with. Okay, that's why they are maintaining this type of structure every time. Okay. Next to it, the Cherkov said that A plus G is equal to C plus T and A plus T by C plus G is constant and 1 equal to 1 in specific organisms specified. That means let us say in the human liver this proportion is 1.53 and in the E. coli this is simply 0.93. In the T2 bacteriophage, this is 1.86. So like this he observed is Mr. Erwin Cherkov. So that is one proportion. Next to it, from it we can guess very easily. Suppose one side adenine is there, immediately opposite side thymine. If it is guanine, then opposite side we can guess, we can predict very easily, that is cytosine. So they are also equimolar. Suppose we have one problem here, some numericals are there here, depends on it. That is let us say 20% of adenine is there. Adenine is there. Then rest of the are remaining nitrogen bases will be. So that 20 is adenine, 20% adenine. Then what we said just now, thymine also 20%. So that thymine also 20%. Thymine. And 20 plus 20, how much? 20 plus 20, 40. So overall, let us say percentage 100. 100 minus 40 is equal to 60. So the remaining C plus G is equals to 60. So that C is equals to G is equals to 60 by 2 is equals to 30 each. So that here 89 already given 20%. Thymine we detected that as 20% because equimolar, and we got cytosine 30% and guanine 30%. Like this, we can predict the purine or purine the opposite, and also the percentage also we can calculate from these equimolar positions. Okay, that is one point. Next to it, the bonds between. So how they arranged? The bonds between the adenine and thymine and cytosine and guanine are, this is two hydrogen bonds. Here they are having three hydrogen bonds. What are the bonds? Hydrogen bonds. Hydrogen bonds. Okay. Hydrogen bonds are 2 and hydrogen bonds are 3. Okay. Next, if you want to go for these dimensions, here in the B type DNA, in the B type DNA, we say that the one DNA fragment here from here to here, this is a minor group. This is called as a major group. From here to here, this is a 0.34 nm. 0.34 nm. That means a nanometer. So, what is nanometer? Nanometer means 1 nanometer is equals to 10 power 9 meter. That is a billionth of meter. Billionth of meter. So if you go for angstroms, 10 angstroms equals to 10 angstroms. Okay. Next, like this, that each one they are having one strip, that is in a length. It has 10 base pairs, 10 BP, 10 base pairs are present. One base pair is equal to 1 BP is equal to 2 nucleotides. 1 BP is equal to 2 nucleotides. So this is a B type DNA. So that automatically we have one dot. B types are said, then any other things are there. Yes, other types also there. We are going to discuss now. That is A type, B type, C type, D type and Z type are there. Here they are right fashioned. This is left fashioned, the coil. How much the diameter will be? Here to here, how much? This is 23 angstroms, 20 angstroms, 19 and 18. This one not known. Okay. Next to it, the raise up. How much? 2.3, 3.4, 3.37. Here 3.75. Like this. Okay. Base pairs. How many base pairs? 11 base pairs, 10 base pairs, 9 base pairs, 8 base pairs. Here 12 base pairs. So like this. So see here B type. This is a B type what we discussed just now. B type DNA. Our description. Right hand fashion. 20 angstroms from here to here and 3.4 the raise up and 10 base pairs here inside. Okay. So this is A, B, C, D and Z type. Then for A and T, the nitrogen bases they stacks with other. See here, A, T, one base pair is there, and C, G, one base pair is there. So that every time this is adenine, thymine, this is purine, this is pyrimidine. So the gap between it is 0.34 nm. 0.34 nm. So depends on it. We have some numericals. We are going to discuss the DNA is 1700 exons. And what will be the number of nucleotides? So they are asking number of nucleotides. Data is 1700 angstroms. But we said here 3.4 nm, 0.34 nm, 2 nm. We mentioned that the units nm, nanometer. But we already know that 1 nm is equal to 10 angstrom units. So that we have to convert. Then only it is possible. So to get this one, from here to here, 3.4 nm is equal to, we have 10 base pairs. 10 base pairs. Okay. So here we have to convert this into nm, or this one we have to convert into nanometer. This is possible. 3.4 nm into 10, this one is equal to 34 angstroms. So that 34 angstroms length having how many base pairs? 10 base pairs. Then what they are asking, 1700 angstroms length. How many nucleotides? This is the base pairs we get now. So that here 1700 by 34 into 10. Then this is 5 times. Then 500 base pairs. BP base pairs. You know that already. 1 pp is equal to 2 nucleotides. 1 pp is equal to 2 nucleotides. So that 500 pp is equal to 500 pp is equal to 500 into 2. That is equal to 1000 nucleotides. So this way, according to the given data, then we are going to do the calculation. Okay. So, thank you very much. I hope you can understand.